shot here at U.S. Bank Stadium, located in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a battle here in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. Ty Felton here to return it. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. Well, here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important. And I don't think talk about enough, Kate. Do you guys in the huddle want to play for him? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Looking to throw, McCarthy. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Jones going to try to pick it up, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Complete out to the right side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throw is caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Lions nothing.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. This makes it up to the 25. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they could be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Tight end going in motion here. Goff now on 3rd down. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. Finds a man right side. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Gibbs now from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on third down. Third and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down. Well, they've been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force them into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Bates' kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Miles Price. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
We've set it down from 37. First and 10. Here's Jones. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On play action now, McCarthy. He's got a man left. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. Bounces this outside, winds up with a nice chunky yards there as a result. It's second down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. It's Jones on the toss. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this third down. Throw here, third down. That's complete. Here's Jones. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
McCarthy throwing on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
6 yards.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. They give to Jones, right side. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to run for it. And to the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain.
I love that play.
It's 4th down.
I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Now gone. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Goff back to throw. It's on target to Williams. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Finds him over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Goff. It's to Williams over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Working inside the red zone. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions pull a slim 2-point lead early. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions push their lead to 3.
Vikings 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. On the shotgun, McCarthy. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Unfortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Running a screen now for Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Aaron Jones. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
That's 1 quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. The Lions out in front. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. He'll have his fair catch right along the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Goff on 1st and 10. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass complete to Slaw. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Straight ahead with Gibbs. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Blake Cashman.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Throwing is gone. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third down run by Gibbs. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
A pickup of 2 yards. And the Lions.
First down now, ball at the 33. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Goff to the air now. Connects on the crosser. They get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
It's a gain of
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw from Goff. That one's complete, right side. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Gibbs. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, Vikings sending out 6 DBs for the dime set. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game.
Vikings 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings taking the field on offense. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Staying on the ground with Jones. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
McCarthy throwing on third down. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
That quarterback clock, it is so important to play into position and playing it efficiently. You got to know, you got to have that clock in your head because that's enough time in this league to get rid of the ball. That's a lesson this QB's got to learn.
On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's a gift to Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Looking to throw. Goff. Finds the in route complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun. Goff. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
On first down, it's Goff. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Again, Goff. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 16-point ball game.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead.
Vikings 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Jones once more. Escapes the defender. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. McCarthy on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. And they send a man in motion. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. Running right, this is Jones. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
DJ Reed on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Putting a receiver in motion. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison, so it'll be third down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
To the air on 3rd and long. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. He puts some air under it deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Gibbs on the carry. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. It's Gibbs on the carry. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Off play action, Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More coming your way from U.S. Bank Stadium after this. Vikings sending out nickel coverage here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They get 22 out of that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another one for Gibbs. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. Down to the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. The Vikings bring pressure, and they got him. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
2nd down and goal.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Goff. Makes the catch. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal. Gibbs. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game.
Vikings 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Price. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Vikings getting 1 more drive here before the break. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down. McCarthy throwing here. Connects on the crosser. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 36
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Another one to Addison. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down from the 42. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Dumps this one off, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Looking to throw. A massive shot towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3.
What was that? Are you kidding me? That'll be better.
Ridiculous. Take him out. They're better than me.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. Finds him on the crossing route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
And the Lions first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Here he goes again. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. but it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead.
Vikings 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense back to the field now. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Now it's McCarthy. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Running a screen now for Jones. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
McCarthy to throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him.
What are you guys doing? Making us look bad. This is like watching tape.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Again, McCarthy to throw. Making the call himself. He's out near midfield and still going. He's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one gains 7. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10. It's McCarthy. That's caught in stride by Addison. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Following the play, one of the Vikings in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him.
In it to win it. That was nice. In it to win it. People are getting paid.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Take that. Thank you.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He keeps it and takes off. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it, too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
It's maybe one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. McCarthy looking to throw. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Ryan, what are we doing? Okay. This is like watching paint dry.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Reichert connects there. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. He's out in the clear. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard
Danger, I
line.
say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A pickup of 17. And the Lions have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to it. And some solid blocking there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Goff to the air now. Finds the in route complete. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Detroit.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Cut near the goal line. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
Vikings 10.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is second and 4. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. On him quick, and they bring him down. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on third down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Paid for this? Making us look bad. What are we doing?
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Here he goes, third and long. He'll set up the screen. It's Addison. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Fair catch made here at the 30. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Goff. This one to Williams out left side. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll fly ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Goff on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He's got it at the 24. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs from the 37. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd down now. They need 7. Now McCarthy. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They give to Jones, right side. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Running left side by Jefferson. And this one does not go far.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They're in long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this 2nd half. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to Gibbs. On the move, past the 40. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
A gain on the play of 58 yards. And the Lions first down. A gain of 58 yards. First down.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Straight ahead with Gibbs. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
He was brought down by
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, call. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 16.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Already has 1 in this game, this from 30. Bates' kick is up and good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
At the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's second and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He tucks it and takes off. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. That's Marcus Davenport with the tackle.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there, so we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. It's going to be the Vikings who have the football, Brock, but given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Mason gets it from the gun. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now it's McCarthy. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Handoff headed left, Montgomery. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
No throw, 3rd and long. It's on target to Williams. Again, he's got room. To the 10. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions are running them out of the building. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions continue adding on to that lead.
Vikings 10.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. He dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. The Vikings now set to take the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Slot receivers headed left. Straight ahead they go with Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Avonte Maddox comes up with it. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit. Went to the oh-well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions tack on 7 more to their lead.
Vikings 10.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. On the return, here's Price. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And their shot at the win probably already gone before that last interception. But after the pick six, Brock, whatever will they had to keep fighting, that might be gone now too.
Yeah, maybe time to look down that bench and try to give some other guys some opportunities as well.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy finds the football outside. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Going on 3rd, McCarthy. Dumped off to his running back. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Yet another grab for Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Throw here, 3rd down. Finds Montgomery on the drop down. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break Brock as they force this 4th down.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
The Lions readying for the punt. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
First play in the drive. Here's Mason. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, you call that toss play, it's almost like a challenge to cornerbacks, Kate. You're challenging their will and their want to. Can they get down there in time to make contact behind the line? In this case, Well, challenge accepted and mission accomplished.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. McCarthy looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Lofts it deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Punt team on the field. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They get in on the ground here with Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. It's Montgomery on the counter. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He'll air it out on 3rd. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. A pitch out to Montgomery. And it'll only take this for about a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run again with Montgomery. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
The Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Hits his running back. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
4th down, Goff throwing. That one complete to St. Brown. And they take him down right along the 30. Right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Goff on 1st and 10. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action here with Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Off play action. Goff. Cut near the goal line. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions throwing 6 more on the blowout. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations of the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Bates now for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now it's McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On now comes their punter. Fair catch called in at the 18-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. The toss play, Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Lions rolling here in a laugher. 1st down from the 42. Running left, it's Montgomery. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Montgomery now up the middle. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. So the Lions get the win on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.